Ryan, episode 2 Blue, number 3. I've been knowing Ryan for about 3-4 months, guys, and we're on similar path into this remote sales experience. So today, the whole purpose is really for you guys to understand what is the reality of like remote sales. Could be your experience, could be your story, could be a similar spot like Ryan and me today. So it's always good for you to see, different perspective and how we navigate this whole journey. So Ryan, how do you got started in sales and everything?
Okay, so basically, long story short, I was born in Japan and I grew up there. I'm half Japanese, half Australian. And basically, when I was 12 years old, I moved to Melbourne, Australia with my dad and my brother to do my high school education over there. And when I graduated, I decided not to go to university and basically kind of take a gap year at the start. That's what I thought. But I never really wanted to go to university anyway, because I've always wanted to be sort of like an entrepreneur and work online. So I was always like learning about stuff online. But when I was 18, I had to get a job and start earning money. So I got a job in customer service and also did a bit of laboring as well. And when I was 19, I actually decided to move back to Japan because I thought that I could use my language abilities. Being bilingual, you can earn probably better money in Japan. So I moved back to Japan and actually got a job at a gym straight away. Because at the time I was interested in becoming a sort of a fitness person. But it was 2019, then COVID happened. So basically the fitness industry, all the gyms were shut down and I had to leave that job. So at the end of 2019, I started looking for other jobs and I came across an ad for a security company because at the time security was booming during COVID. So I got into the security industry working as a guard at an embassy at first. I did that for a year and then moved to a different company, which was an international company. And I moved my way up in security and worked at different multinational companies in Tokyo as a security manager. And basically did that for 2 years, but I'd always been looking around for opportunities to work online. And I've got a brother who's 3 years older than me. So me and my brother, we started a Amazon FBA business together. And we tried like drop shipping as well. But basically we sold a few products in the pet grooming industry. So in that niche, which was like dog brushes and stuff like that. But in the end, we couldn't sell all of our inventory. So and it took too much money to start. So basically, we ended that and continued looking around. But this was in like late 2022. I came across The Real World actually by Andrew Tate. And I got into that while I was still working at my corporate job. And I was basically looking for a skill that I could learn and start earning with without having to invest upfront capital. So at first I started learning copywriting. And then I was learning it for 3 months. Then it kind of came time to where I would look for clients. So that's when I realized I needed sales skills to actually attract clients and close them on deals. So I decided to actually switch my focus into learning sales instead. So, yeah, basically the first time I discovered this remote sales thing was when I was watching a YouTube video by Jack Hopkins.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who that is?
Not really.
Not really. Okay, yeah, he's like a influencer in the male improvement niche. So I was watching one of his videos, and he came out with a remote sales course. So I decided to join that course because it wasn't such a high price. And yeah, I joined that course. It was pretty good. It gave me an introduction into the whole industry and really opened my eyes to what was possible with remote sales.
Mm-hmm.
And in that course, basically, there was a guy called Connor Healy, who was the professor, and that's how I discovered Connor's RSA. And after a couple of months learning about Connor and listening to his YouTube videos, I decided to invest in his course and really put myself like 100% of my focus into remote sales.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, basically that's when I quit my job. I built up a bit of savings and decided to go all in and quit my job in late 2023.
So,
And now, yeah.
so when you quit, like, so you just jump straight into remote sales?
Well, basically, yeah. Like, I had the opportunity to work part-time, so I thought, worst case, I could still, work part-time 3 days a week at my security job and do this thing, like, while I'm learning. So that's basically why I jumped in.
Okay. So then, how's the because you've been with that offer for the last 4 months. So like, and that's your first gig in remote sales. So how's it
Well,
been?
yeah, well, I had a few shit ones before that, like a couple of cold calling offers for the US market,
Mm-hmm.
which didn't work out. I only did those for like 2 weeks at a time. But yeah, the one that we both have been on, which is the Australian-based offer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, that's been a really good opportunity to, I guess, be that first real offer to learn remote sales and really get my experience up with outbound dialing. So yeah, I'm still continuing that, and yeah.
So during those time, like, what's the up and down of the whole journey?
Um, well, up and downs, like I, I guess I had initial like sort of resistance towards calling even.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was a bit, afraid to like make the dials every day and like stuff like that. But yeah, once you get into it, you kind of get used to the rejection and everything. So I guess I've gotten more resilient and my mindset's changed.
Okay. But then during those time, like, how much income that you say you make already?
Yeah, so for the first month, I think, yeah, it was pretty tough. Like we only made, it was like $600 for the first month, right? Yeah. So, and then second month, it's probably around the same. Third month, maybe a little bit better. And then now we're getting into April, which is where we're currently at.
End of April.
Yeah, yeah. So I was able to negotiate a small base, which will really help me. So it's about 1K guaranteed, but I have to make 100 dials every day in order to reach $2,000 for the base. And then on top of that, you'll get commissions as well.
We're going to see how's that progress, obviously, because the money is
Yeah.
not real in sales. The money is not real until the money hit in a bank account, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah.
But during this time that you actually work on an actual offer and do this outbound dialing, is it like there's a lot of skill for you to learn? Is it like a lot of obstacle that you have to overcome to actually like be good at it? How's it been?
Yeah, I guess it's just about being authentic and listening to the prospects and really like having that vision of the guy that you need to be in order to help the prospects. So that's the type of mindset that I kind of shifted towards.
I see.
Mm.
I see. But like, can you expand more on that? Like being authentic with the prospect and be that guy.
Yeah, I guess at first, like, I was putting on a voice type of thing, like putting on my customer service voice and just trying to be nice on the phone. But that didn't work, right? Like, I had to be, I had to be more confident and have conviction so that I can actually coach the prospects into feeling confident that we can help them and really move them into that second goal.
Okay, I see. So will you say like that you be able to learn the skill really quickly, or you feel like it take many trial and error for you to actually get to where you're at right now?
Yeah, it's taken a long time to get to a point where I'm booking consistent appointments. And I feel like the role plays that we did together in the morning every day, waking up at 6 a.m. and doing those role plays, that's really helped.
That was the time in it. That was the time.
Yeah.
Okay, but then so we understand that where you're at right now, and obviously, so what's your plan with this offer right now? Are you looking to stay? Are you looking to like move forward? Or how? What do you think that going to happen?
Well, the sales manager has told me that he's going to train me and you know move me into closing in a couple of months or six to 12 months. He says so. It is a long time frame. So at the same time, you've always like when you're in the remote sales game, you have to be prospecting, as you know. Like so, I'm constantly looking for offers and just honing my skill with interviewing and applying for job opportunities. So yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. Yeah.
So it's more about you just really see what is what's a good offer that available right now, and you see where you might go to. Is that right?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I see.
Because I mean, this offer, it's a legit company, but yeah, it just depends. Like, if it turns out well, I'll stay, and if it doesn't, I'll move to a different offer.
Okay. But then for you, what would be like the big picture here? Let's just say 3 6 months. What would be the big picture for Ryan?
So obviously, the money's in closing. So right now, I feel like I'm in that stage where I'm learning and getting sort of that thick skin out of outbound dialing. So yeah, it's just really about getting my experience up and getting onto that right offer where I can be a closer.
Okay, but how do you know when it's gonna be enough for you?
When it's going to be enough.
So how do you know when you're ready for that closing? Because you never know until you actually do it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I feel like you know if I got on a closing offer now, obviously at the start it'll be tough, but you learn while you do it. So yeah.
Okay, I see. So what's the big goal here for you? Like, obviously, I understand that you want to become a closer and everything, but like, how much income, what kind of place, what kind of lifestyle that you want to be 3 6 months? Because a lot can change in a
Yeah.
month's time. We saw it at the True Blue community. A lot of people would life
That's
change
true.
once they jump on a good offer. So in 3 6 month time, where you want to be financially and money wise and lifestyle.
So I'll start with 3 months. So within 3 months, I want to be hitting 5K consistently every month. And yeah, I guess lifestyle-wise, I'm obviously currently living in Tokyo, but I'm right now in Bangkok just for 1 more month. But yeah, really having that ability to live anywhere I want while earning money, that's what we all aim for, right? So yeah, that's the main goal, having freedom. But also in 6 months from now, I see myself being more that like in a closing position where I can earn upwards of 10K a month. Yeah.
So combined, because we know that you're traveling right now. You go to Bangkok. You plan to go. Where do you say you plan to go?
So I'll be in Bangkok for until the end of the month, and then I'll be going to Chiang Mai, and then looking around in Vietnam and Malaysia, just seeing what's out there in Southeast Asia, because Tokyo is nice, but obviously it's not as affordable as other countries in Southeast Asia, right? So,
That's what I mean. Like once you start get that close in position and you start making money that comfortably can live, what do you feel like you be in? Are you gonna be in some random Asian country and do sales there, or what you planning?
well, yeah, I'd like to travel a lot, not just Asia, but somewhere maybe like South America as well. So yeah, but I feel like having a base in Japan is nice to have. So I'd probably ideally have a base in Japan, and then half of the year I'd like to travel to Southeast Asia, maybe go back to Australia for a little bit, and yeah, work remotely.
Well, that's a place for all of us, right? Just
Yeah.
be able to actually make the money that we want to make and live where we want to live. But obviously, like, cause you've been in this game for about the last 4 months. Like, if you do go back to Ryan, when he first, get into sales, what kind of advice or guidance that you would give him to make this journey a bit more efficiently? And what do you also tell him to expect?
I'd definitely say connect with more people, because the offer that I'm currently on came out of a connection that we both know, Riley. So yeah, connect with more people and yeah, just jump straight in, and like don't be afraid of taking the risk.
Don't be afraid to take risks. Jump straight.
Yeah.
So in terms of like making more connection, right? Because the funny thing about this type of remote sales is most of it they do like tech sales, SaaS sales, and B2B sales where you go to an actual location, right? In Australia, there's many offer like that. You can go to an actual location and you do SEO, so you do appointment setting, but like over the phone, LinkedIn, phone call, cold calling, B2B. That's easiest to make friend, right? Because you go there and you talk to the people and just talk to the sales team. So for in terms of like you be on online, how do you actually even make friend and make people? Because it's totally virtual.
Yeah. So like investing in a paid community really sort of changed that, right? Because I was able to connect with people inside of the program, and I have one-on-one role plays and yeah, calls like every week. So I feel like I'm talking to more people online rather than in person now. Yeah, but I guess that's what you have to do in this remote industry if you're not working at an in-person sales job.
And I guess like really the best connection is really behind paywall or like behind pay community mastermind. That's where you get the highest quality of people then that can actually have opportunity for you guys, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I feel like if it doesn't have a price, then like you get what you pay for. So
It would be like Facebook and looking for a job on there. Absolute.
Yeah, basically.
It's like probably one out of 6 or 7. You get one good offer, right?
Yeah.
So then again, so would that advice that you give yourself would be this, like how we can, like let's just say there's a guy similar to sport like you, right? He wants to go into sales, but he be just be unsure. What are the things that you can maybe gave him some expectation just so he can know that it's coming and he pushed through?
Yeah. I feel like for the first few months, you just got to accept that it's going to suck and it's going to be difficult because everything's new and you're going to get rejected. You're going to apply to many different jobs and you're not going to get it, or it turns out that the offer is not legit and you're not actually going to make the money that you want to make. But yeah, that's part of the learning process. So yeah, I feel like if you can stick through that and not give up until you get to that point where your skills have like developed and you get to that right offer, yeah,
Yeah.
you just can't give up until then. Yeah.
So many marketing, stuff tell you make 10K in the first 3 months with remote sales. Obviously, it happened, right? Recently, I see a 15-year-old guys on Twitter make $12,000 doing remote. But then again, you're looking at like one out of like 5,000 people, probably.
Yeah.
And those things
That's
are very
right.
limited because the hardest thing in remote sales is the opportunity. What if you're a beginner? And from my perspective, you should have saving.
Yeah.
Just to play safe if you want to get into this, but you also should totally go head down and do it if you're going to do this, because it's going to totally challenge your mindset and belief and confidence and ego. Like for you, Ryan,
Yeah.
do you ever feel like you ever doubt yourself during this time?
Yeah. Many times. But I never thought about going back to my corporate job because, you know, like that was probably the most depressing time, you know, in Japan, you know how it's like you have to get up every day and get on a packed train and commute to work with all the other salarymen wearing your suit. So I can't go back to that. So, yeah.
So during this time, beside not really focused on where you go back to, are you also focused on where going to go? Are you focused on the
Yeah.
outcome to keep yourself focused, or how you do it to keep yourself motivated? Beside the thing you just told me.
Yeah, definitely. Like right now, you know, like I'm not focusing on the lack, but I'm focusing on who I need to be in order to attract those opportunities and make the amount of income that I want to make. So I feel like that's important, right? Like not focusing on where you're at now, but focusing on where you actually want to be.
100%. Like, this game's not easy. But the
Yeah.
greatest thing is we do it when we 20, 18 to like 25. The last thing that you want to do is when you have a wife, a husband,
Yeah.
a child, a house.
Yeah.
That's not a way to start, because now you can make so much mistake and you still
That's right, yeah.
you will survive. You still will survive.
Yeah.
Okay. So overall, Ryan, it's like we talk about where you want to be, but then how are you gonna get there? Like, what are the things that you put in place? Is it training? Is it more community? Like, what are the things that you're gonna do to level up yourself every day and get you to where you want to go?
Yeah. I feel like utilizing the paid communities that I'm already in and actually training every day through roleplay would increase my skills, but also like actually marketing myself and putting out content like you're doing would really help in, attracting those offers.
100%. Like Shay, right? Shay's going really
Yeah.
hard on the content right now, and he's popping.
Yeah.
But I truly believe is the you actually have to do stuff to actually make the best content. Because the biggest problem with guys who just create content for content is that they don't do anything exciting with their life, or they don't do anything that out of the box,
Yeah.
and that's never really attract anybody. You have to do something great, or go towards something great for people to actually pay attention, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Well,
Yeah.
in terms of like social media, where can the people find you and look for you?
So basically, all my social media is under Ryan Saxon, my name. So I'm mostly active on Instagram at the moment, but yeah, I'd like to start posting content on YouTube like you're doing, and maybe Twitter as well. So yeah.
Legend. Now we on the on the closing one now. So, what are the things that you want to tell the audience, the guys that watching this? Like, what do you want to tell them before we end this off?
Well, if you're just starting out, then I'd say definitely have a bit of money saved up before you go straight in. But like, if you're confident in your abilities and if you know you're going to stick through it, just go straight in and don't be afraid of the risk, because you can always go back to a job. So that's what I'd say. Yeah.
Is that all?
Yeah. Well, invest in a mentor as well.
So, what kind of mentor they should look out for?
Well, I recommend the RSA or anyone
But
starting
like in
out.
terms of like the attribute, the value, the quality, and the belief of a mentor, what should they look out for to know that they are a great mentor? Because a lot of people like
Yeah.
don't really, not really useful in the industry, as you know.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess it's important not to fall into the trap of like influencers, marketing, sales courses. So obviously you got to look at, what your coaches have done in the past. Can they actually deliver on what they're saying? So yeah, look at their track record and really vet your coaches so that, yeah, like, and look at the results that their students have been getting.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, guys, there you go. That's Ryan Saxon. Now it's gonna be interesting to see Ryan the next 3 to 6 months to see if or if not he live up to the expectation that we have for him and his expectation he have for himself. And that's exactly why I want to create a series. I want to give you guys a really honest look into the journey. Right. Most people came from the perspective of they already success, but nobody really record them in the process. So this will give you guys a really honest look into the struggle, the difficulty, and just the reality of it. Well, guys, I'll put all the link for Ryan under, and hopefully we'll see Ryan the next 1-2 months, and we catch up with him and see how we go from there. You want to
Thanks
say
for
bye?
having me.
You want to say bye to them, Brian?
Yep. Thanks, guys.
All right. See you guys.